evening. How are you? Good. How's your preparation going on? So today we'll be having a very high rewarding class where apart from discussing mapping and important places in use, we'll also be discussing about the sound ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ sound ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡು. Good. Better? So we are going to discuss about the important operations that have been launched, especially by USA, Israel and Iran. Operation Midnight Hammer, Operation Roaring Lion, Operation True Promise, Operation Southern Spear. So multiple operations are there. Most important ones we are going to discuss today, because probability of this coming in the exam is also very, very high. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll discuss again important places in use. The same things which you have discovered, but I have added more value to those places. Current affairs has also been added from the last 1-2 months. So we'll be discussing this. Also we will revise the important operations carried by the government, rescue operations and also military exercise. Let us try to increase the speed also, because we have very less time. I want you to make use of this 2.5 to 3 hours whatever we are doing. Okay, so let us start with the operations first. Again, what are, do you know any names of operations? Operation Midnight Hammer, Operation True Promise, Operation Roaring Lion, Rising Lion, sorry. Now Lion has come. Shrikar, welcome back. How are you? Are you practicing CSAT? I am telling you, students, I have seen many students are doing very well in GS, but if I look at their CSAT score, it is scaring. 55, 50, 60. Make sure that you practice CSAT a lot. Okay, so let us start. Let us start with one of the previous earlier operations known as Operation Rough Rider. Again, this was initiated by USA against Iran and the Iran-backed proxy groups who are present in Middle East. Again, repeat the name, Operation Rough Rider. Again, who has started this? United States of America, where Middle East, and it is retaliatory airstrikes targeting Iran-backed proxy groups following attacks on US forces in the region. Again, who are Iran-backed proxy groups? The 3H, Houthis, Hezbollah and Hamas. Very good. Okay, Houthis, which country are they present in? Yemen. There is also another name for Houthis known as Ansar Allah. Hezbollah are present in Lebanon and Hamas are present in Palestine. Today we will be reading more about Lebanon also, because lot of things are happening in Lebanon. We will see the places there. Repeat the name of the operation. Operation Rough Rider. USA to target Iran's friends in Middle East. Then Operation Pacific Viper. It's okay, it's there in the name only. Launched by USA. Theater is Indo-Pacific region. Okay. Let us skip this, just one line enough. Operation Southern Spear, very, very important. Launched by again United States of America. Main purpose was to tackle transnational criminal networks, illicit drug trafficking in the surrounding areas of USA. So basically it was targeted at Venezuela, but the broader purpose was transnational criminal networks. USA was telling that there is lot of drug smuggling, drug trafficking happening into my country. I want to eliminate that. That is why, what is the name of the operation launched? Southern Spear. Again, theater, Southern Maritime Corridors, Caribbean and Latin American countries. Again, one liner, that's all, nothing in depth. Operation Southern Resolve, sorry, Absolute Resolve. Again, this is where they went and kidnapped Maduro and came back. So again, it was a mission that lasted only for 150 minutes, 2.5 hours. Now, again, none of our business from UPSC perspective. It is a high precision, it is not 150 minute military mission executed on Jan 3, 2026, resulting in the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. What is the name? Operation Absolute Resolve. Artha aita? Next, Operation Hawkeye Strike. Operation Hawkeye. Remember that here the major target is Islamic State, the terrorist group known as Islamic State, ISIS, you might have heard about it. So USA, again this was launched last year, that means it is very, very recent. Repeat the name. Hawkeye Strike. USA, again majorly ISIS and majorly in a country known as Syria. Epic Fury. Again, what is Epic Fury? Again, USA's recent attack on Iran and Iran-linked infrastructure. Again, USA, target is Middle East, Iran and their friends. What is the name? Epic Fury. Operation Spiderweb. This is a very nice topic. Again, this is related to Ukraine and Russia war. A very nice name. Operation Spiderweb. Again, what is the main objective of Spiderweb? Protect us. So similarly, Ukraine has drawn a Spiderweb to protect itself from the missiles that are being launched by Russia. To protect itself from Russian attacks, Ukraine has launched an operation known as Operation Spiderweb. These are all predominantly in the news. Okay? ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಯಾವ ಕಂಟೆಂಟು? ಎನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗಝೈನ್ಸ್? ಕೆಲವು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Some institutions have given it, but not everything is present at a single place. Operation Rising Lion, launched by Israel against its enemy, that is Iranian backed groups. It can be Hezbollah, it can be Hamas, it can be Houthis, etc. Operation Rising Lion. Who has launched this? Israel on Iran and Iranian backed groups. If you observe, immediately north of Israel, Hezbollah, they are carrying out attacks from Lebanon. So Houthis are carrying out attack from Yemen. So to defend itself, Israel has launched this Operation Rising. Let us slow down. Let us try to recollect from the first. What was the first operation? Rough Rider. Again USA. Who is the target? Iran and their friends or whoever are associated. Second one, Southern Spear. Southern Spear again launched by USA to tackle transnational organized crime around its surroundings. Point number 3. Yadu? Pacific Badadu. Absolute Resolve. Again, what was the purpose? At any cost I will kidnap Maduro and come back. Absolute Resolve. Good. Next. Hawkeye Strike. Again, very, very important. USA launched. Who is the target? Islamic State, ISIS. That was, they were the target in majorly Syria. If you observe, Syria was in news because the previous president was overthrown by Bashar al-Assad. He was overthrown and one more new person came to power. His name was al-Jolani. Again, he was a most wanted terrorist by USA and their friends. Now he has become friends with USA. Okay. Next operation yadu? Epic Fury. Who has launched this? Again USA on Iranian linked targets in Middle East. Rising Lion, Israel on same Iran and their friends. Spiderweb, Ukraine, has been launched by Ukraine against Russia. Operation Midnight Hammer. ಏನೇನು ಹೆಸರು ಇಡ್ತಾರೋ. Midnight Hammer. Again, it was a USA-led covert operation to target Fordo, Natanz, Isfahan, the important nuclear sites of Iran. Operation Midnight Hammer. Fine. Midnight Hammer, USA on Iran's nuclear sites. Operation True Promise 4. Again, this is Ulta. Iran has launched this. Iran has launched this majorly to defend itself and attack on Israel and Israeli linked targets in the region. Operation True Promise 4. Again 1, 2, 3 ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ 4 ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರು ಸಾಕು. Operation Prosperity Guardian, 1 year to 2 years back news, but very, very important. All of you know Houthi rebels. Near which choke point are they present? Bab al-Mandeb. So they were carrying out attacks on all the ships of USA and Iran that were going near Bab al-Mandeb. That is why USA led something known as Operation Prosperity Guardian to protect the shipping lanes in the Red Sea region, or you can say near Bab al-Mandeb. Again majorly Red Sea, Gulf of Aden, threat to protect themselves from Houthi led drone and missile attacks. Repeat the name. Operation Prosperity Guardian. European Union launched one similar mission known as Operation Aspides. Operation Aspides. Same Red Sea, Gulf of Aden to protect themselves from Houthi rebels, but this was launched majorly by European Union. In-depth beda, 2 words each. Madboda? Got it? Operation Inherent Resolve, it's okay, not needed. Operation Iron Sword, very, very important. It was launched by Israel. And this was a response to the Hamas terrorist attack that happened on Israel. Remember, they attacked from multiple places. More than 1,000 Israeli people were killed by Hamas people as October 7. So as a response, the Operation Iron Sword was launched by Israel on Hamas. Operation Al-Aqsa Flood, last one. Again, this was the surprise attack done by Hamas on Israel. You can say that Al-Aqsa Flood led to a response of Operation Yadu Iron Sword. Hamas, I hope all of you know Hamas. Hamas is a militant group who attacked Israel from Gaza Strip. That operation was known as Al-Aqsa Flood. More than 1,000 Israeli people were killed. Many were taken hostage also. So that is why this operation was launched. Idea banta? Yes. Again, I have put everything together in a single slide so that it is easy for you to revise. First one, nodi. Rough Rider. Again, major USA. Who was the target? Iran and their friends. Friends andre Houthi, Hamas, Hezbollah, yararu obru irtare. Then come to Southern Sphere. Again, USA led to tackle transnational organized crime, drug trafficking, etc. Next to Absolute Resolve to kidnap Maduro. Hawkeye Strike, again USA in Syria and also you can say Iraq, because there also some ISIS militants were there. Epic Fury, again Middle East, Iran. Midnight Hammer, again Iran. Spider Web, remember. Yaar launch ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು? Ukraine on Russia. Again UPSC sometimes will confuse. They will say it was launched by Russia on Ukraine. And in the exam pressure we will tend to overread it. So be very, very careful. Rising Line yaar ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು? Israel on Iran and their targets. Iron Sword, what is Iron Sword? Response to a Hamas assault. Hamas assault, what is the name? Al-Aqsa Flood. Okay, good. Prosperity Guardian ಮತ್ತೆ Aspides. Prosperity Guardian, USA led coalition. Again Houthi rebels when they were attacking to protect the Red Sea, Gulf of Aden region. EU launch ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು Aspides. Artha aita? Again, chances of UPSC asking are very, very high because the number of operations done by USA and these countries also are very high. Ishtana, have I missed anything? Broadly, these are the things that are there in the news. So we will read some brief about Iran, West Asian region. Which are the countries surrounding Iran? No thinking. Iraq idya? Iraq is there, good. Afghanistan? Pakistan? Very good. Turkmenistan, good. Turkey? Idya? Simple formula, Tapi. Have you heard of Tapi pipeline? They are only the neighboring countries. Turkey, guarantee na? One more T, Turkmenistan. Then AAA, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Afghanistan. Okay. Then we have Pakistan and Iraq. Tapi pipeline, I think most of you would have heard of it. Kelidira Tapi, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India pipeline. So just remember Tapi. But here T square A cube Pi. Chances are very high. So let us try to remember this neighboring countries. T stands for Turkey and Turkmenistan. A andre Afghanistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan. Why? Because recently also, if you observe, few Indian fishermen were they were stuck in Iran. They were actually taken into control. From Armenia, they were exported back to India. They are put on a flight. The flight is landing today. Indian fishermen, they were caught somewhere near Iran. They were sent to Armenia. From Armenia, they are flying back to India now. Okay? Pakistan and Iraq. So these are the countries that share a border with Iran. Repeat Madi formula. T square, Turkey and Turkmenistan. Yaar illa illi? Tajikistan illa. UPSC in martare, they will add Tajikistan in the option. Is Tajikistan having a boundary? Only Turkey and Turkmenistan. Then Afghanistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Pakistan and Iran. Guarantee na? Correct? Have you read it? Yes. Meanwhile, it also has a border with Caspian Sea in the north. Caspian Sea, for what is our formula? Tariq. T andre? Illa idare nala country. Turkmenistan, Iran, Azerbaijan, Russia. K is Kazakhstan. Okay? Don't worry, next class we will revise that. Whatever we have done, we will revise it multiple times. Again, we have discussed all the places. We will repeat again. Which are the important nuclear sites of Iran? Fordo, Natanz, Isfahan, then Shiraz, Bushehr, Tabriz. But majorly Isfahan and Natanz, they are very much in the news. Okay? Again, if so, it is there so much in the news, UPSC won't ask. UPSC knows it is very, very easy question. Everybody would be prepared. Then Bandar Abbas, very, very important. Bandar Abbas. Write down Sagand uranium mines. Sagand, Saghand. Ardakan yellow cake production plan. Okay, it's okay, you can skip this. Okay. Again, what is the worst thing UPSC is going to ask? They will give you the name of the place and ask match the following. Or they will ask why is it in the news. Apart from this, nothing else. Also, Iran has a very big boundary with, what is this region known as? Persian Gulf. Persian Gulf tane? Nange bhai agate helbekare tappu helidre. Again, what are the countries bordering Persian Gulf? Remember our GCC members. Plus II, bus Q, OK. I told you a formula. First, what is GCC? Gulf Cooperation Council. There is a cooperation of Persian Gulf countries. Who are the members? 6 countries we have discussed. B for Bahrain, U for UAE, S for Saudi Arabia, Q for Qatar, O for Oman, K for Kuwait, plus II, Iran and Iraq. These are the countries which share a boundary with Persian Gulf. Again, repeat the formula. Bus, Q, OK. What are they? GCC members. It is a prelims question in 2015 or 2016 by UPSC. Again, some of the important USA's bases that are there in the countries, just write it down. Probability of it being asked is very less, but let us not take the risk. Okay. Let us start with UAE. Can you see one very important air base known as Dhafra Air Base? Write down. Dhafra. DHAFRA. Probability. Again, see, I told you UPSC syllabus. What is the syllabus? First line. Events of national and international importance. So you don't know whether they will ask or not, but it is our responsibility to know it. What is the name of the air base in UAE? Dhafra or Al Dhafra Air Base. Then write down one more. Jebel Ali Port. Jebel Ali Port. Just remember J Ali or Jalebi. Where is Jalebi? UAE. Okay. And Al Dhafra. Aita, done UAE. Then come to Qatar. Very, very important. The most prominent base of USA is at a place known as Al Udeid. Al Udeid. What is the CENTCOM? Center for Communication. USA, what they do? Have you heard of integrated theater commands? In internal security, you have heard about integrated theater command. For entire region, there will be one command. So CENTCOM andre Central Command of USA for the entire Central Asian region. That is present here in this place known as Al Udeid. Where is Al Udeid? Qatar. Bahrain. It is the headquarters for USA's 5th Fleet. Again, Bahrain is a very small place. They can have only one base. That base is 5th Fleet, the naval base of USA. Match the following. Repeat. What is the first one we discussed? Yadu? UAE. Dhafra and Jalebi. J Ali. Okay. Second, UAE. UAE Al Udeid. Very, very important base. Al Udeid. Then one more was Bahrain. 5th Fleet headquarters. Then let us come to Kuwait. Again, Kuwait has a lot of bases. Where is Kuwait in the map? Yes. Write down. Camp Buehring. However you want to pronounce it. Buehring. Camp Arif Jan. Camp Arif Jan. Next, Camp Patriot. Arif Jan, Buehring, Patriot. Then one more is Ali Al Salim Air Base. Ali Al Salim Air Base. Again, Kuwait has also one of the largest number of bases of USA in Middle East. Which country? Kuwait. Repeat madi. ABP News. Kelidira. ABP anta news channel ide. A for Arjifan. B for Buehring. Then one more is Camp Patriot and one more is Ali Al Salim Air Base. Ya country? Again, if you see 3 to 4 times, you will be able to remember it. Then let us go to Saudi Arabia. Prince Sultan Air Base. Prince Sultan Air Base. One more is Iskan Village Base. Iskan Village. MBZ, Mohammed bin Salman Sultan. Adondu mate Iskan Village Air Base. Saudi Arabia. Done. Then come to Jordan. Again, Jordan has Ain Al Asad Air Base. Don't get confused. Asad anbudu Syria ke ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. The former president of Syria was Bashar al-Assad. But Jordan has an air base, sorry, Iraq. Okay, sorry, Iraq has an air base known as Ain al-Asad. Jordan has Muwafaq al-Salti Air Base. Jordan. Where is Jordan in the map? This is Jordan. Correct, huh? Map shape ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ವಾ? Anga. Good. Next, very important air base, Erbil air base in the Kurdistan region. Where is Erbil? Iraq. Erbil is in Iraq. Erbil air base. Again, Turkey, there is Incirlik and Izmir. Fine, we can leave that too. Again, Idbit in don't go and read anything. This is more than enough. Important air bases in West Asia. Yar air bases? USA's air base. Got an idea? Again, we have discussed Sagand, Gachin, Bushehr, Isfahan, Natanz, Fordo, Arak, Parchin, etc. Ramsar. A lot of Ramsar. Wetlands. Adu Iran alle. Yes, write down. Ras Lafan. Which country does it belong to? Iran or Qatar? Divide agide, but Qatar belong agadu. Ididiyalla North Dome and South Pars. South Pars actually belongs to Iran. Two largest, what is our LNG production regions. 20% of the entire world's LNG is actually produced in this Ras Lafan. Iran directly attacked that. Again, can I say that is it present in Persian Gulf? Ras Lafan, North Dome, South Pars. These are important LNG plants present in Persian Gulf, and these have been bombed, by the way. If you observe, this is the map of West Asia. Again, Iran neighboring countries we saw. Again, let us have an idea about the neighboring countries of Syria also, because Syria is too much in the news. Why? One was overthrow of the previous president Bashar al-Assad, and recently USA has decided that at any cost I want control over Syria. Syria is ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ terrorist groups they were attacked recently. What is the name of the operation? Hawkeye strike. Eli Syria. Just try to remember the neighboring countries of Syria. See who is in the north? Turkey. E kade Mediterranean Sea. Then Lebanon, Israel, Jordan and Iraq. Again try to memorize. Just remember Syria, who is in the north? Turkey, ange left bani. Mediterranean Sea ಮತ್ತೆ Lebanon ಮತ್ತೆ Mediterranean Sea. South ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ನೋಡಿ, Iran south, Syria south, Jordan. ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ Iraq. Who does not have a boundary with Syria according to you? Israel also does not have a border. Iran also does not have a border. Oh sorry, Golanites are there. Sorry. ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿದೀಗ? ಅಬ್ಬಾ ಹಿಂಗೆ ದಾರಿ ತಪ್ಪಿಸೋದು. Again, just remember Syria. North we have Turkey, then we have Mediterranean Sea, then we have Lebanon, then we have Israel, then we have Jordan, then we have Iraq. Artha aita? Idu Syria's neighboring countries. Again, you have to remember, or else somebody else is going to get the 2 marks. Again, let us try to write down. Illodi, Turkey na, ee kade, Mediterranean Sea na, Lebanon na, then we have our Israel here, Jordan here, Iraq here. Yarilla, there is no Iran, there is no Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, nothing. Does Saudi have a border? No. Idya? What are we discussing? Countries with borders to Syria. Do we have any formula? T, L, I, J. ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾ? ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ, ಟಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ, ಎಸ್ ಎಂ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಓ ಸೀನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಬೇಡ. ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಎಡ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇರಾನ್ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ. Let us not do that. Again, Syria simple ide. Okay. See, we will not simply pick Jordan and ask, tell the neighboring countries of Jordan. Jordan is relatively peaceful. Which are the places in conflict? He is going to pick that. Who are the neighboring countries of Israel? Israel idiyala mele Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Egypt. What is this region known as? Gulf of Aqaba. Along the Strait of Tiran anta barutte. Strait of Tiran, that is also very important. Wait, I'll show it to you. Where exactly is it? The Gulf of Aqaba idiyalla down bandre namage Strait of Tiran barutte. Ee kade Saudi Arabia, ee kade Egypt. I hope all of you have heard about Sharm el Sheikh declaration. So this Sharm el Sheikh is also present in this region near Sinai Peninsula. Okay. What is the name of the straits? Strait of Tiran, Tiran. Can I say it connects Gulf of Aqaba to Red Sea and separates Saudi Arabia with Sinai Peninsula or Egypt? What is the name? Strait of Tiran. Again, we have done all the places. Let us repeat it again. Latakia, Tartus, Idlib, Hama, Homs, Raqqa. These are all important places of Syria that are there in the news. Again, repeat. Idlib, Latakia, Tartus. See, you also pronounce it because again it will stay in your head. Again, I will underline, you read it. Idlib, Aleppo, Hama, Homs, Raqqa. Okay? Sakashte. Don't waste your energy. Otherwise, we have one more. Homs, Hama and Dera. Homs, Hamas and Dera. Hama Salah, Hama. Write down, very, very important place, Palmyra. It is there in the news because USA launched Operation Hawkeye Strike because this ISIS militants, they attacked Palmyra. So that is why USA responded. Again, namge reason beda, where is it gotidru saku. If you know where it is, that should be more than enough. Done? All places done? Yes, one more place is there. Write down. Suwaida, very, very important. The minority community present in Syria is present here. Druze or Druze, D-R-U-Z-D, or sometimes this place we also write it as Suwaida. Where is it present? In Syria, very, very important. Swida, sorry. Clashes in predominantly Druze Syrian city of Swida kills at least 17. Here, Suwaida province, Suwaida is the name of the place. Which community people? Druze. And again, sir, where all are these Druze people present? They are majorly present in Syria, Lebanon, Israel and Jordan. Syria la highest idare. Ya community? Druze. They are also Muslim community people who follow Shia strand of Islam. See, have you heard of Kurds, Kurdistan, Aur Bere, Druze also. Any doubts? What is the name of the place? Please repeat. Suwaida or Swida. Another very important place, Mount Hermon. Mount Hermon. Present in the border between Syria and Lebanon, but controlled by Israel. Syria ಮತ್ತೆ Lebanon ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, Lebanon and Syria border, Mount Hermon, but who is controlling it? Israel. But they will not ask who is controlling today. Just observe that there is Mount Hermon present near that Syria and Lebanon border. ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸಾಕು. ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬಂತ? Repeat the place. Mount Hermon. Hermon. I hope all of you know Golanites. Golanites is one of the most easiest questions if it comes. It was like our Jammu Kashmir, Syria and Israel. Now Israel completely has occupied. Okay, what is the name of the place? Golan Heights. Another important line that is there in the news known as blue line. Where is it present? It is the border between Lebanon and Israel. Now it is not the international border. Both of them have accepted current temporarily. It divides Lebanon from Israel, set up in the year 2000. Again, United Nations determined this line where it is not an international border, but it is used to verify Israel's withdrawal from southern Lebanon. As usual, US had gone and occupied South Lebanon. United Nations came and told, please go back. And they identified a line called blue line, and Israel, they told Israel to move behind this blue line. Just remember two countries. Which two countries? Israel and Lebanon. That should be enough. What is the color of the line? Blue line. Where is yellow line present? Very good. Yellow line is present in Gaza. I'll show it to you. Purple line? West Bank alla. Egypt alla. Syria. Syria ne. Green line? West Bank. Green line ಅನ್ನೋದು West Bank ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. Okay? Again, why is it blue called blue line? They keep these blue barrels to ensure that both of them do not cross each other's territory. See, you can't simply say, I did not know where the boundary is, so I crossed off. So these huge barrels are placed, known as blue barrels. And a very, very important river that is there in the news, write down River Litani. River Litani. It is present in Lebanon. In fact, it divides Lebanon into North and South Lebanon. Repeat the name of the river. Litani. Again, after this, you don't have to read any source. This is more than enough. Please write down very, very important city known as Tyre or Tyre. Present in which country? Lebanon. Another place, Sudan. Lebanon, Sudan. Then on and the ending is our country. Sudan, very important coastal city of Lebanon. Does Lebanon have a border with Mediterranean Sea? Very big boundary, you can see it. Does Syria have a boundary with Mediterranean Sea? Yes. Does Jordan have a boundary with Mediterranean Sea? No. See, with this knowledge you can, or you will be able to eliminate other options at least. Write down another place, Bekaa Valley. BKA ಕೊಡಬಹುದು or BQA also they can ask. Bekaa Valley, again present in Lebanon. Hezbollah is very active in these places in Lebanon. And Israel is attacking all these targets. That is why it is there in the, so repeat the name of the valley, Bekaa Valley. Write down Kasmia Bridge. March 23, 2026, 10 days back, this bridge was demolished. Again in which country? Lebanon. Who destroyed it? Obviously, only Israel can destroy it. What is the name of the bridge? Kasmia Bridge. Israel expands strikes on Lebanon, cuts the bridge over Litani River. Again, sir, this is our Hindu newspaper. It has become very, very important. Please write down, okay, this is not needed. The river Litani divides southern Lebanon into two. City of Sidon or Sidon. Madboda. Then write down three places. Baalbek, Tyre and Anjar. These are very important cultural sites present in Lebanon, and United Nations is saying that these places can be a threat. Places yadu? Baalbek, Tyre and Anjar. Ancient Roman ruins. It has a UNESCO World Heritage Site also. Roman Empire, ancient Roman Empire ruins itala that was present in this Lebanon. What is the place? Baalbek, Tyre and Anjar. Baalbek, Tyre and Anjar. Mount Hermon done. Where is it? Lebanon, Syria border. Okay. This region, it comes somewhere in this region. Somewhere here. Okay. Very important, write down. Al-Hawl or Al-Hol. It is a very important camp present in Syria. Which country is it present in? Syria. In Hasaka province, where thousands of women and children linked to Islamic State have been living for years. In fact, it is a refugee camp. What is the name? Al-Hawl or Al-Hol, because one source they usually have some spelling changes. So this is a name of a refugee camp that is present in Syria. Okay. Where is Palmyra? Syria. Again, very important cultural site also. It is located in Syria. Palmyra. Write down one more place. Kasrak in Haska province or Hasaka province. USA has its air base here. See the date also, by the way, February 23, 2026. I am not bringing some old place. In the news, reported by the Hindu newspaper. Kasrak in Hasaka province. USA had a military base. It is starting to withdraw from this region. Kasrak in Hasaka province. Where is Al-Udeid? Qatar. Good. Even I forgot the names. Now let us come to Yemen. Again, Israel-Palestine ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದೆ. I'll do it. Don't worry. But this, write down the port known as Hodeidah. Hodeidah or Hodeida. Very, very important. 5-star important. Which country is it present in? Yemen. Illide nodi. Hodeida. In fact, it is present in Red Sea. See, Yemen, for Yemen, geography it's its major advantage. Ee kade Arabian Sea, ee kade Red Sea. And it controls this choke point known as Bab el-Mandeb. Write down one more place. Mukalla. I'll show you why it is important. Mukalla, M-U-K-A-L-L-A. Last class, did I tell about one council? Southern Transition Council. So there was a temporary government that is being shut down. That is present in Yemen. Southern Transition Council. Write down Hadramount. Again, please see the date also. January 5, 2026, The Hindu. What is the name of the place? Hadramount. Again, remember that Yemen is a country which is being divided, where the main government of Yemen is being supported by Saudi Arabia. Rebels are also being backed by UAE. Houthis aurge Iran. So again, this Saudi backed forces regained control of Yemen's Hadramount, which was under the control of the rebels. What is the name of the place? Hadramount, or sometimes they use the word Hadramat. Anything Hadra and it is belonging to Yemen. Very, very important place. Tensions rose after the Sudan Transition Council moved last month into the governorates of Hadramount and Mahara. Write down last. Mahara. M-A-H-R-A. And one more is Mukalla. Mukalla, Mahara and Hadramount. Done. Yes. Yellow line. Yellow line is the line that is present in Gaza. Again, poor people, they are ensuring that Gaza becomes thinner and thinner, thinner and thinner. Again, one liner will be asked, yellow line is present where? Where is it present? Gaza. What about our blue line? Lebanon. Israel and Lebanon. Artha aita? Then these were the new things. Rest all what we are going to discuss today are old things. No more new things for today's class. Next class, another such half an hour to 1 hour important things that are there in the news. And by the way, I will be referring Hindu newspaper and different institutions current affairs magazine also, so that I will give you a comprehensive image about the particular issue. Artha aita? Tumba ide. If I tell you some names of Indian mapping, you will be shocked. Even I was also shocked looking at those places. Next class, or if possible, I will try to do it on YouTube so that you don't have to wait for the next week. Okay, 25 to 30 places, not more than that. So let us start with the issue of Sudan. Again, from now on, it is completely revision. Yaudu osadilla ivaga. Artha aita? Artha aita? See, I have no other choice. I am doing it. Let us start with Sudan. Again, what all do you know about Sudan? Very good. Darfur region, Kordofan, Khartoum, Atbara, very, very important. If I have missed down, write down Atbara. El Fasher and Nyala. El Fasher, I think we have done in the last class. El Fasher and Nyala. Sudan is the third largest country in Africa. Which is the first and second? Algeria first, second? Egypt, our DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. Again, more than 9.5 million people displaced. Sudan is facing the world's largest humanitarian and displacement crisis. 2 years back, UPSC was asking this kind of question. They were giving some news and asked which country was in the news like this. So Sudan was also facing a very important humanitarian crisis. Artha aita? 2022-21 ee tarane questions barta iತ್ತು. There is a very important militant group known as RSF. Full form, Rapid Support Forces. Earlier they were a militant group, now they are also becoming an army, but UPSC will not go and ask all those in depth. They recently captured a city known as El Fasher, that is why it's there in the news. By the way, date is November 1, 2025. Becomes important for our exam. Darfur, Kordofan, Khartoum, Nile and all fine. Abhi will discuss. Abhi anyways is there. Sudan, South Sudan will discuss. El Fasher aitala. Please don't forget El Fasher. Which country? Sudan. Second, here there is no logic. Sudan ali idagide. We have to by heart. And again, more than 4.3 million people have become refugees trying to migrate into different countries. See the paradox. Third largest country area wise in Africa, but that country does not have place for their own people. Does Sudan have a border to Red Sea? 100% yes. Very, very important. Sudan has a border with Red Sea. Guarantee na? Sudan has a border with Red Sea. Khartoum done, El Fasher done. Port Sudan, again it's very simple. Port Sudan, UPSC will not ask, or maybe they can ask and try to confuse, saying that Port Sudan is present in Somalia. Exam alien gota is common sense zero. Sense will become senseless. Okay, in that time you have to believe yourself. Port Sudan is also present here. Very important tribes, we have already discussed. Masalit tribe, one of the major non-Arab ethnic groups that are present in Darfur, because these Masalit people were being killed in Sudan. What is the name of the tribe? Masalit. Ashgotiru Saku, Sudan, non-Arabs, genocide, they were being killed. Madboda Ishto, can you do this much? Again, Nyala done, El Fasher done, Khartoum done, fine. One more triangle we had discussed earlier, Halib triangle. It is a disputed region between Egypt and Sudan. Egypt and Sudan also having a boundary with Red Sea. What is the name of the triangle? Halib triangle. All this we have done. Please write down very important place, Abyei, Abyei. It is a disputed place between Sudan and South Sudan. What is the name of the place? Abyei, Sudan and South Sudan. Abyei. There is one United Nations peacekeeping force known as UNISFA, United Nations Interim Security Force for Abyei. It's okay. If you are not able to remember it, forget it, no problem. Write down two important tribes present in South Sudan, Nuer tribes and Dinka tribes, largest ethnic tribes of East Africa, mainly living in South Sudan. Please repeat the names, Nuer and Dinka. Sorry. Dinka tribes. Halib or Halayeb triangle. Why is Sudan famous? Sudan is famous for oil, gold and agricultural produce. Adrallu sesame seeds and gum Arabic. Very important. Sesame seeds and gum Arabic. Again, the country's geography is largely shaped by a river known as River Nile. Yes. The White Nile and Blue Nile meets in a place known as Khartoum. Where is Khartoum? Guarantee na? Capital of Sudan. We'll discuss that island. I have brought that island, Tutsi Island. Please write down Nubian Desert, because sometimes what UPSC will do, they'll ask important physical feature and ask where is it located. Again, can I say it is also present in Northeast Africa? Northeast Sudan allu ide. What is the name? Nubian Desert. Again, worst case they will ask only match the following. Where is it present? Nothing else. And we also have one small lake, Lake Nubia. Fine. Port Sudan done. These are the gold deposits that are present in Sudan. Sudan is also very famous for gold. Where do you think UAE, Saudi Arabia will get all their gold? ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದನೇ ಕಿಡ್ನಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. RSF we know. Sudan, Khartoum, Port Sudan, Darfur, El Fasher done. Gold mining areas. Janjaweed fine. It's okay if you don't remember today, but if you already know, fine. Yes, please write down important refugee camps that are there in the news in Sudan. One is Zamzam. Next, Naivasha or Abu Shauk. Naivasha or Abu Shauk. And one more is Tuti Island. Why is this Tuti Island famous? It is a place where White Nile and Blue Nile merge into form the main Nile. It is surrounded by 3 towns. That is why it is very, very famous. Repeat the names of the refugee camps. Zamzam, Abu Shauk or Naivasha and Tuti Island. Which country are these present in? Sudan. They are present in Sudan. All this we have done. Done. Places repeat Madi again. We'll just try to revise without anything. Sudan. Does it have a boundary with Red Sea? Good. Which minerals are very famous, or what is economic source? Gold, oil, sesame seeds and gum arabic. Okay, good. Done. Places in use. Khartoum, Darfur, Kordofan, El Fasher, Nyala, Abyei, Atbara, Haleb Triangle, Masalit tribes, Nuer and Dinka, South Sudan. Artha agtidya how to revise? I will just say Sudan and I will try to repeat everything. Repeat again. First to Sudan, third largest country. Economic sources ಏನು? Oil, gold, gum arabic, sesame seeds. Done. Then tell me the places. El Fasher, Khartoum, Port Sudan, Kordofan, Nyala, Abyei, Darfur, Atbara. Done. Tribes, Masalit tribes, Ikade, Dinka and Nuer tribes. Abyei is the place between South Sudan and Sudan conflict, Halib triangle, Egypt mate Sudan. Artha aita iಷ್ಟು revision ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸಾಕು. Any topic, try to revise like this. Nubian desert. Artha aita? Good. Then let us start with Cambodia and Thailand. What is the name of the mountains? Dank Rek Mountains. Again, probability of this being asked is less because places are also not so good. Again, Thailand and Cambodia share 800-kilometer border. Can you tell me what form of government is in Thailand and what form of government is in Cambodia? Check ಮಾಡಿ ಈಗಲೇ now only check and because twice UPSC is asked. Thailand is constitutional monarchy. Cambodia communist because UPSC has already asked twice type of government in Southeast Asian countries. Thailand is constitutional monarchy. Cambodia is communist party rule. Does equator pass amongst these countries by any chance? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಡುವೆ Indonesia. Write down the places. Both are constitutional monarchies. Good. Both Cambodia and Thailand are constitutional monarchies. Please write down the places. You like it or not? Odar Mianchi. Odar Mianchi. Chongbok. Chongbok. Again, one word if you see, you can easily identify that answer. This is in Cambodia and Thailand only. Nom Sro. Nom fake ಹೇಳಿದಿರಾ? So ಅದು very easy. It becomes easy. Capital. Write down Surin. Sisaket. Surin and Sisaket. Odar Mianche. Our Priya Vihar. Pursat. Pursat to beda. Not needed. Don't waste your energy. Energy is very precious now. Memory. What is the name of the mountain? Dang Grek Mountains. One more triangle is there. Emerald Triangle. Napka idya? 3 countries I told. Cambodia, Thailand, Laos. What is the name of the triangle? Emerald Triangle. Write down simply Chong. Chong anta bandre, write that it is present in this place. Chong, Anma, Chong, Chom, lot of places are there. Amele Prasad. If it starts with Prasad, because these places, this is where the clashes had happened between Cambodia and Thailand. Prasad, Chong, idella word start as Cambodia and Thailand country, neighbors. PRASAT, Chong, etc. Emerald Triangle, Cambodia, Laos and Thailand. Again origin, again remember our Indochina, France, when France had occupied this place, so this border was also known as Indochina border, this region. Then again France also left, but unfortunately what happened, this Priya Vihar became a contesting point. They went to International Court of Justice. The court said that Priya Vihar temple belongs to Cambodia or Thailand? Cambodia. But Thailand was not able to agree to this. This was the major issue. ICJ awarded this to Cambodia. Places Priya Vihar, Oddar Mianchi, Surin, Sisaket, etc. Done with Cambodia and Thailand. Artha aida? What are the form of governments? Constitutional monarchy. This should be enough. Religion wise, both are Buddhism. Thailand is also Buddhism. Which country in Southeast Asia is dominantly Christianity? Good. Philippines is a Christian dominated religion country. Vietnam? Muslim illa. Jasti illa. Malaysia, Indonesia, Muslims. Brunei also. Brunei is the Islamic kingdom only. Tamil official language is Singapore, Malaysia. Indians, we will go, we will not leave any place. We will go and occupy it. Cholas also had gone. Good. Anyways, let us just take a 1 minute break and relax. What all did we discuss? Operations. Let us try to revise the operation again. I will ask you, just try to answer. Operation Spider Web. Ukraine on Russia. True Promise 4. Iran against Israel and others. Rising Lion. Israel. One more Israel. Sword. Iron Sword. Again Israel on Iran and their friends. Al-Aqsa Flood. Hamas on Israel. Very good. Then Epic Fury. USA on Iran. Midnight Hammer. USA on Iran. Nuclear sites. Southern Spear. Venezuela, but they told that transnational criminal networks I am going to attack. Caribbean Sea ideyala alli. Then Absolute Resolve. Kidnap of Nicolas Maduro. Ashtena? Syria. Hawkeye strike. Syria and Iraq. Islamic State terrorist group target madake Hawkeye strike. Anything else we missed? Prosperity Guardian and Aspidis. Prosperity Guardian, USA led a Red Sea region from Houthi rebels. Similarly, EU led is Aspidis. Aspidis and Prosperity Guardian. Madboda? Good. Again, I have just brought all the humanitarian missions of India in a single slide. So again, we can easily revise it. Let us start from the bottom. Operation Sagar Bandhu. Sri Lanka, Cyclone Ditwa. Operation Brahma. Napka idya? Brahma. Myanmar Cyclone 2025. Operation Sadbhav. Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, Typhoon, Yagi. Have we discussed this or not? Shall we discuss or not? For some people it will become overwhelming, but I like to revise it like this. Intense revision. Again, Operation Sagar Bandhu, Sri Lanka cyclone, Ditwa. Operation Brahma, Myanmar cyclone. Operation Sadbhav, Typhoon Yagi, Myanmar, Laos and Vietnam. Operation Indravati, Haiti to Dominican Republic 2024. What is the name of the operation? Indravati, Haiti to Dominican Republic. So what happened there? Any idea? Indians, ali local conflict aitu within Haiti. So I think we picked up Indians and we sent them to Dominican Republic. ಅಷ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಈ 3 ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡುವ. ಇಂದ್ರಾವತಿ, ಹೈತಿ, ಡೊಮಿನಿಕನ್ ರಿಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್. ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಅಜಯ್, ಇಸ್ರೇಲ್. ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಕಾವೇರಿ, ಸುದಾನ್. ಪುಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ವಿ ಡು ಸುದಾನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಈಗ ಸುದಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಕಾವೇರಿನೂ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಪಿಕ್ಕಿ ಟ್ರೈಬ್ಸ್ ರೆಡಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ದೋಸ್ತ್. Major it was Turkey. When Turkey got a very severe earthquake, we sent our NDRF forces. Operation Dost. Operation Ganga, Ukraine. Russia-Ukraine war broke out. We launched Operation Ganga. Operation Devi Shakti, Afghanistan. Again, when Taliban took over Afghanistan, we launched Operation Devi Shakti. Vande Bharat mission, COVID. When Indians were stuck in different parts, to bring them back, we launched Operation Vande Bharat. A Vande Bharat train alla, idu vere. Samudra Setu, again during COVID, repatriation, helping each other. Then come to Operation Sanjeevani. Maldives and again some Indian Ocean littoral countries were also there. Sanjeevani, what is the meaning of Sanjeevani actually? Medicine, yavadu Ramayana, Mahabharata, Ramayana. So same way, India launched Operation Sanjeevani to send emergency medical help to these Indian Ocean countries and Maldives. Operation Vanilla, Madagascar, Cyclone Dian, again 2020. Operation Sahayata, Mozambique. Enough. Repeat again. Operation Sagar Bandhu, idellaru heltare, Sri Lanka. Then Sadbhav, Laos, Myanmar and Vietnam. Typhoon Yagi. One more operation Brahma, my cyclone in Myanmar. Indravati, Haiti, again Dominican Republic. Ganga, Russia, Ukraine or Ukraine, we brought our people back. Then Ajay, Israel. Sudan, Kaveri, Sudan, Kaveri. Amele, Dost, Turkey and Devi Shakti, Afghanistan. Sakist. Amele, Samudra Setu, which country? Multiple countries, COVID pandemic, repatriation. Sanjeevani, Maldives, pandemic. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇನ್ನೇನಿದೆ IR ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? Free trade agreement, we'll do all that. Free trade agreement is there. Joint military exercise is there. Innenaru pending idea because IR I want to complete here only. Defense we'll do. Defense done. IR magazines ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಇರುತ್ತೆ? Main places in use. One magazine kinta multiple places I will cover here. One more small session is needed for other places in use. That we will add. Okay? Where is Palmyra? Syria. Where is Kordofan? Sudan. Tell me the bordering countries of Iran. Tapi, blind again, Tapi barbeku. T2, A3, PI. Turkey, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Pakistan, Iraq. Caspian Sea, ee kade Persian Gulf. Ishtu gottiro saku. Tell me the bordering countries. 1%. Tell me the bordering countries of Persian Gulf. 1%. Raise your hands. Sir, nee beli. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಮರ್ತೆ. ನರಸಿಂಹಮೂರ್ತಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಒಂದು ಬಾರ್ಡರಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅವ್ರ ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಪರ್ಷಿಯನ್ ಗಲ್ಫ್, ಬಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಓಕೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ 2 ಐ ಇರಾನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇರಾಕ್, ಬಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಹ್ರೇನ್, ಯು ಅಂದ್ರೆ UAE, ಎಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೌದಿ ಅರೇಬಿಯಾ, ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕತಾರ್, ಒಮಾನ್, ಕುವೈತ್, ಇರಾನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇರಾಕ್. ಇದು ಪರ್ಷಿಯನ್ ಗಲ್ಫ್ ನೇಬರಿಂಗ್ countries. See, you have nothing else to revise in. These are the only things that we can revise. Yes, tell me, in Greenland what all we should revise? Yadu? Green fish went to Norway by car. Arctic Circle countries adu. Very good. Green andre Greenland. F for Finland. I for Iceland. S for Sweden. H ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, H ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. Green fish went to Norway by car. Car ಅಂದ್ರೆ C for Canada, A for America, Alaska, R for Russia. Again, green fish went to Norway. Why I am telling the importance? 1 week before the exam, if you try to remember all this, you are gone. You can't learn it also. So this is the right time for you to revise and learn all this. Again, by the way, what is this formula for? Arctic Circle countries and Arctic Council members also. Greenland with Denmark. Good. Again, if you observe, see where Greenland is located. Can you see the line also? In a latitude antara 60 degree north in the ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ Arctic region. If you observe 66.5 ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ we consider it as Arctic. Correct? By the way, which country does Greenland belong to? Denmark. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದೇ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ again, what is the place in the news? Nuuk. What is Nuuk? Capital of Greenland. Or it's present in Greenland. ಅಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿರು ಸಾಕು. Nuuk, NWK. By the way, it is more than 3,000 kilometers away from Washington DC and more than 3,500 kilometers from Denmark. Is it bigger than India? India is 1.5 times the size of Greenland. Can I say that Greenland is the largest island in the world? Yes. When you consider Australia as a continent. Okay. This is Arctic Circle. This is Nuuk. This is how it is geographically present. At its nearest, Canada is the most closest country to our Baffin Bay, Greenland. Again, USA has a very important air base. Please write down Pituffik. USA military base ಇದೆ. What is the name? Pituffik. What is the type of people present in Greenland? Inuits. INUIT. Inuits. Again, you can assume to be them to be similar to Eskimos, etc. Inuits, they were the first people also to settle in Greenland. Almost 80% of Greenland is covered by ice cap and glaciers. And the majority of Greenland is ice cap and glacier. What is the population of Greenland? 56,000. ಚಂದ್ರಲೇಔಟಲ್ಲೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ ಇನ್ನು 56,000. Davis Strait, again very famous for raw materials. Again, majority of the critical minerals also will be present here. Feldspar, graphite, molybdenum, rare earth metals, titanium, vanadium, uranium ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. Okay, let us see some straits present here. Very important strait known as Bering Strait. Again, Bering Strait separates which two countries? Russia and USA. Can you see this region? Bering Strait. It separates Russia from USA. Okay. And please write down one important islands present here. Diomede Islands. Why is it famous? Our international date line passes through this region. Kelidira international date line. UPSC has asked questions about this topic in the last year. Timelines adella kelidru. So what is the name of the islands? Diomede Islands. And if you see this island also, one part belongs to Russia, one more part belongs to USA. Diomede Islands. And the strange thing here is, again, when it is 1 a.m. Monday in Russia, it is 4 a.m. Sunday in USA. This is a very good example of our international date line. Their distance is only 3.7 kilometers. But if you stand in Russia, you will be 1 a.m. Monday. Russia is always ahead of this other region, okay? And if you stand in this island, you will be at 4 a.m. on Sunday. Greenwich time. What is the name of the place? Diomede Islands. A red color line kanastidiyalla, ade international date line. In geography, I think you would have read about this line. Which strait are we talking about? Bering Strait. Again, it separates Asia from, or Russia from North America, links the Arctic Ocean in the north to the Pacific Ocean in the south. Write down, very important. You have two oceans, Arctic Ocean in the north to Pacific Ocean in the south. Mele Arctic Ocean, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ Pacific Ocean. ಯಾವ countries? USA, Russia, Arctic Ocean ಮತ್ತೆ Pacific Ocean. What is the name of the place? Bering Strait. ನನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೂ ಇಷ್ಟು ಓದಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. ಅದು ನೀವು ಓದ್ಕೊಟ್ರಿ, ಜಾಗ್ರಫಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನನ್ಗೇನಿದ್ರು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಂಗೆ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್. ಗ್ರೀನ್ವಿಚ್ ಮೆರಿಡಿಯನ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಗೋ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅದು ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಂಗೆ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಮಾಡು ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಗುಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ನನ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು ಇಷ್ಟೇ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಗುಡ್. ಜಾಗ್ರಫಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದು ನಾನು ಅದೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. What is the name of this island? Diomede Islands. Right in the middle of the strait sit the Diomede Islands, often nicknamed as the Tomorrow Islands. They are around 4 kilometers apart, but they are separated by the international date line, meaning big Diomede Russia is nearly a full day ahead of little Diomede of USA. The time difference is about 21 hours, even though they are just 4 kilometers away. Last time. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಾಟಿದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್? ಇವನ್ ಐ ನೋ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಮಚ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್, ನಾರೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೆನಡಾ. Can you see this strait? Naris Strait. Here Canada and here we have Greenland. It is a waterway between Ellesmere Island of Canada and Greenland. It connects Baffin Bay with the Lincoln Sea in the Arctic Ocean. Okay, it connects Baffin Bay in the Atlantic Ocean to the Lincoln Sea in the Arctic Ocean. Again, I'll show you the place. Naris Strait. ಈ ಕಡೆ Baffin Bay, ಮೇಲೆ Arctic Ocean. Place ಹೆಸರು Naris Strait. Again, you like it or not, because of Donald Trump we have to study all this. Naris Strait, Lincoln Sea, Ellesmere Island, Canada, Greenland. What is the name of the strait? Naris Strait. Bering Strait, USA and Russia. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೈ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಕು, ಇನ್ನೇನು ತಲೆ ಓಡಿಸಬೇಡಿ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೈ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಅಷ್ಟು. Davis Strait, last strait, Baffin Bay and Labrador Sea. Countries ಯಾವುದು? Greenland and Canada. What is the name of the strait? Davis Strait. Idea ಬಂತಾ? Yes. Write down like it is your quick revision notes. New microcontinent found between Greenland and Canada. Again, please look at the date, April 21, 2025. Probability of it being asked. Scientists or researchers have discovered previously unknown proto-microcontinent, the Davis Strait proto-microcontinent beneath the Davis Strait between Greenland and Canada. What is a proto-continent? ಹೊಸಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಐತಿವ ಮೇಲ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ? ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಇದು? ಡೇವಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್. This landmass composed of a thick continental crust formed during the separation of Greenland and Northern America. Proto-microcontinent. Same thing. Just remember, green fish went to Norway by car. Green andre Greenland. Greenland belongs to which country? Denmark. Ide Arctic Council members. What about India in Arctic Council? We have an observer status. Namnel ಸೇರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. Geographically we are not there now. These are our council members. Green fish andre green ಯಾವುದು? Denmark. Arctic shipping routes, if possible you read, or else let us skip it. What is this? How do you pronounce it? Jards. Again, while reading geography, again landforms ಇಂತ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, landforms ನ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Greenland news ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರು landforms he can ask. Okay, what type of landform? ಅದು ಯಾವುದು? ಗ್ಲೇಷಿಯಲ್ landforms. ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಏನೇನೋ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು 5-6 ಇದೆ. ಗುಡ್. Erosional ಬೇರೆ, depositional ಬೇರೆ. You have an idea about erosional and depositional. By the way, again it is the first territory to leave the EU predecessor. Earlier it was a part of EU. Current status is Greenland is outside EU despite Denmark being a member. Very, very important. Denmark is a member of EU. Greenland is a part of Denmark. But is Greenland a part of EU? No. Just know that. Greenland is not a part of EU. But Denmark is a part of EU. Madboda ishto? P2 fixed space base. Also you might see the word Thule instead of that. Earlier name was Thule Air Base. GI UK gap. What is the full form? Greenland, Iceland, UK. So this was a very famous terminology that was used in the World War time. Greenland, Iceland, United Kingdom gap. Again, very, very important. It was a naval choke point for the Atlantic defense. Greenland, Iceland, UK. Greenland idya, Iceland idya, UK. That is why this place is also known as GI UK gap. By the way, these were some of the previous islands purchased by USA. One is Louisiana, purchased from France. Alaska, purchased from Russia. And US Virgin Islands, they were purchased from Denmark. Because Donald Trump said, I will purchase this. UPSC might go back and ask which were the early ones purchased by USA. Repeat Madi. Alaska is very easy. Yarinda? Russia. What about Louisiana? France. What about our US Virgin Islands? Denmark. Danish West Indies purchased from Denmark. Artha aita? Done. How many countries? Let us come to Egypt and Ethiopia. Is it too much? UPSC is only too much. We have to digest it. Or ಸುಸ್ತು ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. Let us start. River Nile. River Nile has majorly two tributaries. One White Nile, one the Blue Nile. White Nile, where does it originate? First Blue Nile from our Ethiopia. Okay, Lake Tana. Very, very important. Again, you know that UPSC likes to ask about lakes. And our White Nile originates from Lake Victoria. Yes, in Uganda. Both of them join at Khartoum in Blue Nile. How many countries are present in the Nile basin? 11 countries are there in the Nile basin. Andre, our river Nile tributaries in the Bharate basin countries we consider. But if you observe, see how many countries does Blue Nile, White Nile flow through? Uganda, South Sudan, Sudan, Egypt. Don't count that as basin countries. Basin country, the inflow, wherever all it comes from, we count it as basin countries. What about Blue Nile? Ethiopia, Sudan, Egypt, and where does it end? Mediterranean Sea. Very, very important. Why is it in the news? One of the largest dams was constructed by Ethiopia. Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, GERD Dam, GERD. That is, and Donald Trump said that I have ended this dispute between Ethiopia and Egypt. That is why we are discussing about this topic. Again, see here, properly you will come to know. Lake Victoria. By the way, see, Lake Victoria also has boundaries, we will discuss it later. Uganda, South Sudan, adala boundary alla. How does it flow? White Nile, Uganda, South Sudan, Sudan, Egypt, and then go to Mediterranean Sea. Idu Ethiopia, Sudan, Egypt, and they will. Yes, see the countries which share Lake Victoria. Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania. Ashte iradu. Yaya countries repeat madi? Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania. Lake Victoria shares a boundary. Does equator pass through Lake Victoria? 100% yes. A north alle pass agutte. And yadu ಹೇಳಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ ನಮಗೆ. People who have more knowledge should share it with people with less knowledge. ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು? You told something, no? ಏನಿಲ್ವಾ? Fine. Repeat the names. Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria is the origin of Blue Nile or White Nile? White Nile. Why is it called White Nile? It has some white thing. Correct. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಉಗಾಂಡಾಗೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ it turns white because of some deposits and sediments. That is why it is known as White Nile. ಅದು Blue Nile because it is blue color. Blue Nile. Can I say that equator passes through both White Nile and Blue Nile? True or false? It's a complicated question, but only Tropic of Cancer passes through River Nile. Very close to Aswan Dam. Okay? Again, these are the countries which are having basin, River Nile basin countries. Congo, Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, all this win. But probability of they asking the Nile basin countries are very, very less. White Nile, Lake Victoria, Blue Nile, Lake Tana. Fine, all this. Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Again, who is going to be angry if this dam is constructed? Egypt, because once they construct a dam, it is like upper riparian and lower riparian state, they can store the water. They and yaru Ethiopia. So Egypt will be in trouble because even will Sudan also be in trouble? Obviously, water flow will reduce. It's a concept. Dam barutte, dam can control the flow of water. They can either store or divert the water. Both Sudan and Egypt. Thailand done. Yes, Somaliland. Why was Somaliland in the news? Israel recognized a country known as Somaliland. Before that, I'll give you some brief about another very important agreement known as Abraham Accords. So what is Abraham Accords? It is a normalization agreement between Israel and other Arab countries. For this, we should be knowing earlier why Israel and Arab countries were earlier fighting. Because they were fighting for the cause of Palestine. All Arab countries supported Palestine because Israel went and occupied all the places of the Muslim dominated region. So that is when Israel said, I will not have any normal ties, or Arab countries said, I will not have official ties with Israel. What do you mean by official ties? Embassy, connectivity, trade, ಏನು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ? Arab countries ಮತ್ತೆ Israel. Now these both countries trying to have official ties is nothing but our Abraham Accords. Okay? So actually the first countries which started talking to Israel were Egypt and Jordan. Then recently Donald Trump negotiated this Abraham Accords where even UAE, Bahrain, later Sudan, Morocco, all Arab countries started having official ties with this country known as Israel. Now you can put Somaliland also under this category. Somaliland is also dominantly Muslim dominant country. They also are now having official ties with Israel. Artha aita link? So you can call it as a kind of extended version of our Abraham Accords. Again, Somaliland is a region that is broken away from their parent country known as Somalia. Again, why is Somalia famous? Piracy. Also, do you agree that it is located in a very crucial position in the region? Yes, Horn of Africa. Please note down the place, Hargeisa. Hargeisa, Hargeisa. Mogadishu, very, very important, Mogadishu. Again, write down place, Puntland, Berbera, very, very important, Berbera. Somaliland has this Berbera, that is why it is negotiating very hard. Because Berbera is also kind of an entry to this Bab el-Mandeb, port of Berbera. Again, don't think, sir, will UPSC ask, is it present in Somaliland or is it present in Somalia? UPSC ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ cunning ಇಲ್ಲ. They will ask it properly, where is it in the news? Broadly they will ask and they will close it. Israel becomes the first country to recognize Somaliland. Mogadishu, Somaliland, Hargeisa, Berbera, Puntland, it is another semi-autonomous state. They are also demanding separate country. Any other places? Very important, which community is present here? Isaac. A very important community that is present here is known as the Isaac community. See, where is it present? Isaac. Yadu, what is the name of the place? Somaliland. These people say that we are different, they are different. Done. Write down Puntland and Jubaland. Again, that is also one more area they want to become separate. Puntland and Jubaland. Jubaland. Fine. Yes, the link is Abraham Accords only. What I told you, Abraham Accords. That was the link. Apart from this, I think nothing, no other place. Any other idea? Place? Astella? Alle ide, Garove, okay. Very good. What is the name of the terrorist group? Al-Shabaab. Is a notorious terrorist group that is present in this country known as Somalia. Al-Shabaab. I think it will come in there. Puntland, Berbera, Somaliland, Mogadishu, done. Bedag. Babal Mandeb, we have discussed, done. Adu beda, history beda. Gottidre saku. Done. That is about Somaliland. Next, we will discuss next issue known as Rwanda and DRC. First, you only tell me what all you know about this issue. Hutus and Tutsis. Genocide. Where were they present? Again, they are present in both DRC and Rwanda. They migrated from one place to another place. UPSC will not ask history. UPSC will not ask story. They will give the name and say where is it present. Okay. Again, here also 5 million plus internally displaced person. How we discussed in Sudan. Same problem is there in this place known as DRC, Congo and Rwanda dispute. But what is very important present here? Cobalt and coltan. Coltan is very, very important for all our mobile phones. Yes. By the way, this is the map of Democratic Republic of Congo. One very important rebels are there. M23 rebels. Adu very, very important. M23 rebels. Some places that are very much in the news and important. North Kivu, South Kivu, Amele, Goma. Yes, we will discuss. Lake Kivu. Yes. North Kivu, South Kivu, Bukavu, Lake Kivu. This is very, very important. And remember that, can I say Lake Kivu is the boundary between Rwanda and Congo? Yes, Lake Kivu is the boundary between Rwanda and Congo. Ituri is here. We will come here. And please remember that Congo was earlier under the rule of Belgium. Okay, they were under the rule of Belgium. Since 19th century, the Rwandan Tutsis migrated into eastern Congo, forming the Banya-Mulenge community. Rwanda in the Congo ge migration start aitu. Which community? Tutsis. That migration was known as Banya-Mulenge migration. Tutsis are the minority, Hutus are the majority. Tutti Frutti, I told you, remember. Tutti Frutti is minority. Hutu are majority in both Rwanda and eastern Congo. Who are the major stakeholders? M23, and main issue is M23 was expanding into Democratic Republic of Congo M23 was supported by the neighboring country Rwanda. Ishtu gottidre saku. M23 done. M23 belongs to which community? Tutsis. Ashtu gottidre saku. M23 belongs to Tutsis. Map is gone, is it? Map is gone. Again, please remember the same names. North Kivu, South Kivu, Ituri, Goma, Lake Kivu. Amele? Bukavu. By the way, what about River Congo? Why is it famous? It is a very famous river that crosses the equator twice. Deepest river. By the way, see the neighboring countries. Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi. Not Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi. Easy na? Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi. Easy radinda, we'll try to just remember. Just try to remember Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, ikade Democratic Republic of Congo. What river? What lake? Sorry? Kivu. And illi Lake Edward, Uganda and Democratic Republic of Congo. I think this is about this region. %80 of global cobalt, majority of coltan deposits, gold, diamond, copper tin ide. Majority of the cobalt, 80% of cobalt is present here. Done. Next, let us go to Venezuela. Again, what all we studied in Venezuela? Maracaibo, Lake Maracaibo. What is it famous for? Lightning. What is the name? Katumbo, no? Whatever, you will easily identify it. In the year, almost half a year that lightning keeps happening here. Which is the largest lake? Adena? Maracaibo. How is it the largest lake? By area, not by volume. Which lake is the largest lake of South America? ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಟಬಾಸ್ಕ ಅಟಮಾರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇವದೊಪ್ಪು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇದು. Which is the largest lake of South America? Lake Titicaca, ಅದು ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ವೈಸ್, ಏರಿಯಾ ವೈಸ್ ಇದು. ಲೇಕ್ ರಿವರ್ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ರಿವರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಫಾಲ್ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. Okay, just try to remember Venezuela and the neighboring countries. North ಅಲ್ಲಿ Caribbean Sea ಇದೆ, Colombia, Brazil, Guyana. One of the major problem for Donald Trump was Colombia was the source of drugs that was going to USA through Venezuela. That is also one of the reason why Donald Trump wanted to end this. Remember I told you one place that is in the conflict between Venezuela and Guyana. Essequibo. We'll discuss Essequibo. Very important, Maracaibo and Orinoco. Orinoco is very, very important. Geography lodiri mapping. Maracaibo and Orinoco. The biggest oil fields are in Maracaibo and in the Orinoco belt. Obviously, Venezuela has our largest oil reserves. Is it heavy oil or light oil? Heavy oil. Okay, relatively. In UPSC paper set ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Another very, very important islands are present here. Please remember Guyana Islands. Can you see Guyana Islands here? One more important mountains, Pacarima Mountains present here. Tri-junction of Venezuela, Guyana and Brazil. Beda, ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕೇಳೋ chances are very less. Don't waste your memory space. Yes, very important. Does Andes mountain passes through this country? Venezuela ge Andes mountain idyo ilvo? Guarantee na? Very good. Then Llanos, very important. What is Llanos? Grasslands. Pampas, Llanos kelidira. Pampas, Argentina. Llanos, Venezuela. Okay? Artha agtidya? What aspect UPSC can ask? Temperate grasslands or tropical grasslands? Guarantee na? Tropical. Give me example of temperate grasslands. Steppes, prairies, adela? Temperate grasslands. Adu? Adu? Tropis. Or the local language. Again, Youngfold Mountains, I told you formula. You are a Himalaya, very good. You are a, before the prelims, remember that you are a Himalaya and you can clear the prelims. You Andre? Ural Mountains are Rockies, Andes, Himalayas, Amele, Alps. Good. Andes mountain done. The largest highest mountains of Venezuela is a place known as Pico Bolivar. Okay, if you don't know. Llanos, very important. Orinoco River. Which river is the longest river of South America? Amazon. So these are the countries which are Andean mountains. Argentina is Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Venezuela. Who is not there? Uruguay, Paraguay, Brazil. They? Again I am telling you, sometimes UPSC copy paste the same question. We have a tendency. Last year they have asked Andean mountains, this year they might not ask. But UPSC might repeat that question. So please be very careful. Andes mountain. They are not there. That they won't be asked. Very far away. Maracaibo lowlands. Again, major petroleum reserves are present in this region known as Maracaibo. Llanos we have discussed. Orinoco River Basin. Guyana Highlands done. Angel Falls. Which country is it present in? Venezuela. Two important lake Maracaibo, the largest lake in South America by area, not by volume. Volume yadu? Lake Titicaca. Okay, don't get confused. So this is Lake Maracaibo. This is Gulf of Venezuela. Yes. Lake Maracaibo is very important for this lightning, a unique lightning known as Catatumbo lightning. Constant lightning. This is how it looks. Coastal features done. Yes, very important region. Essequibo. It is a conflictual region between Guyana and Venezuela. Why? Because very good reserves of oil is present in this region. What is the, repeat the name? Essequibo. Guyana and Venezuela. You can script all this. This is also very important. What is this? Tepuis ecosystem. It is present in Canaima National Park. This Tepuis ecosystem is a very unique ecosystem where it is kind of a flat top mountains. What is the name? Tepuis. Tepuis. Ya country liradu? Venezuela. What is the name of the operations? Southern Sphere Absolute Resolve. Southern Sphere and Absolute Resolve. And remember that Venezuela is not the major producer of drugs, but it is a transit country for drugs. Colombia was the major producer. ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡು, ಕೆರಿಬಿಯನ್ ಶೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇದೆಯಾ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್? ಮ್ಯಾರಿಟೈಮ್ ಸೇಮ್, US ಸೇಮ್. ಸದರ್ನ್ ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಡ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಕೆರಿಬಿಯನ್ ಶೀಲ್ಡ್. Done. Next, Armenia, Azerbaijan. Very, very important, because again, India is having good ties with both Armenia and Azerbaijan. Yesterday, that was the news. No, Azerbaijan also, we have started speaking to them. They also realized no use doing friendship with Pakistan. Why? Because in Baku, there was a very productive meeting between our diplomats and Azerbaijan diplomats. Azerbaijan, yes. How long will you? Religion and ideology cannot be predominant factor for relationship for a very long period of time. UAE is also asking its loan back from Pakistan. Sale ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅವರಷ್ಟೇ. Simple. What is the issue here? This issue is around a place known as Nagorno-Karabakh. Let us see the map first. Again, Nagorno-Karabakh is present in Azerbaijan, but people in Armenia are demanding that it should belong to Armenia. They have renamed it. They have given another name for it known as Artsakh. What is the name? Artsakh. Artsakh is Armenia, full stop. Artsakh is the Armenian name for Karabakh. Nagorno-Karabakh has remained a part of Azerbaijan, but since then it has mostly been governed by separatist self-declared republic run by ethnic Armenians, and it has also established the Nagorno-Karabakh line of contact. There are two corridors that we should be knowing, very, very important. Lachin corridor and Zangezur corridor. Two important, very, very important. Lachin corridor. Can you see that orange color line? Or, okay, I'll draw it and show it to you. Wait. This region which connects Armenia to Nagorno-Karabakh. This region ideyalla, Armenia to Azerbaijan connect madadike Lachin corridor. And one more corridor, Zangezur corridor, it connects Azerbaijan to another region known as Nakhichevan. It's an exclave. Remember East Pakistan and West Pakistan? Were they geographically together? No. Same way, Azerbaijan has another province which is separated by Armenia, known as Nakhichevan, this place. E corridor ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Zangezur corridor. Try to remember it again. Zangezur corridor. And what is the name of this corridor which connects Armenia to Nagorno-Karabakh? Lachin corridor. Lachin corridor. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಎರಡೇ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್. Again, chances are very less. Ganja gap, you can skip it. Don't waste your energy here. Can you see? Artsakh. Artsakh is another name for Nagorno-Karabakh. Nagorno-Karabakh has been asked by UPSC 2 years back. Again they can ask, they can change the name of Nagorno-Karabakh to Artsakh. Lachin corridor, Zangezur corridor. Also, just one brief about Caucasus Mountains. It is a mountainous region in Southeast Europe. It is a transcontinental region between Black Sea and Caspian Sea. Very, very important. A Black Sea ಮತ್ತೆ Caspian Sea ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡದೆ Caucasus Mountains. And majorly comprising of Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia and some parts of Russia. Only these countries. What is the name of the mountains? Caucasus Mountain. It separates Black Sea and Caspian Sea. ಯಾವ countries ಇದೆ? Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia and some parts of Russia. Caucasus Mountains. Got it? The Caucasus Mountains have been considered historically as a natural barrier between Europe and Western Asia. Melgade hodre Europe, kelgade bandre West Asia. So that is why we also consider it as a boundary between both the countries. Both were earlier part of something known as USSR. Cold War naapka idya? During Cold War, USSR was together all those Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, all those 15 countries. Even these two countries, Armenia and Azerbaijan, were a part of USSR. Yes. Also, there can be a one-liner that can be asked known as, what is this? OSCE Minsk Group. This was set up majorly to solve the problem of Nagorno and Karabakh. What is the name of the group? OSCE Minsk Group. Idunu cut down ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. OSCE Minsk Group to solve the problem of Nagorno and Karabakh. Russia, USA, France. But beda, don't waste your energy. Chances are very less. If you have read already, revise it. This is also very, very important. Madrid principles. It can be a one-liner. Madrid principles are the principles given by OSCE Minsk Group to solve the problem of Nagorno and Karabakh. Repeat Madi, Nagorno Karabakh andre what else should I be knowing? Arthasak, 2 corridors, Lachin corridor, Zangezur corridor, Amele, Caucasus Mountains, then Hanja Gap, OSCE Minsk Group and Madrid principles. Ishtu ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರು ಸಾಕು. Again, this we have discussed. CSTO, Collective Security Treaty Organization. Why is it in the news? Armenia said enough is enough. I am there, but still you are not helping me. I will quit this group. It is actually a military alliance led by Russia. Who are the members? AB de Villiers went to KKR to drink tea. A andre Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, TR, Tajikistan. Again, one more small 2 regions. Please write down this. Abkhazia and South Ossetia. Abkhazia and South Ossetia. They are present in Georgia, but again they are demanding separate country or they want to join Russia again. Where are they present? Maximum they will ask. Abkhazia and South Ossetia. If you see the map, Caucasus Mountains it is present. And they want to separate from their country known as Georgia. Obviously, will Russia support them? Yes. Russian yaar bandru, they are happy. What is the place? South Ossetia and Abkhazia. They are separatist region of Georgia in the Caucasus. Aita, major places we have done. Again, some more new places. I'll do it in the next class or maybe a small YouTube video. So, operations we are discussing. Let us go back to the operations. Operation Sadbhav. Typhoon Yagi, Elliliradu, Laos, Vietnam and Myanmar. Southeast it's okay. They will not ask did we send aid to another country or not. Southeast Asia, Typhoon Yagi. Madboda. Then very important, let us discuss Operation Maitri, Nepal earthquake. Operation Maitri, Nepal earthquake. Operation Rahat, very, very important. Yemen. Operation Rahat, Yemen. Operation Sankat Mochan, South Sudan. Sudan yadu? Kaveri. Okay. Operation Insaniyat for our Rohingya refugees from Bangladesh. We gave money to Bangladesh and told you take care of them. Another Operation Insaniyat. Operation Nistar, Yemen, Socotra Islands, fine. Operation Neer, Maldives. One more operation is there for Maldives, Cactus. Operation Cactus bere ide. Few militants would have taken control over Maldives, the capital. India will go and help them. Castor bere idea. Castor is during tsunami. Innondu Cactus ide. Cactus is very old. Samudra Maitri, Indonesia earthquake. Don't get confused. Samudra Maitri bere, Sagar Bandhu bere. Sagar Bandhu is latest. Samudra Maitri is Indonesia when it had an earthquake. Artha aita? Done? Let us do military exercise. Do you have the energy? We'll take 5 minutes break and we'll start. 10 minutes we will do. Early. 5 minutes. Let us discuss how is life and then we will start military exercise. Next class I'll announce ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ places in news I will bring. Before that, if possible, you can send me a message. I will share that places. So at least you can read once and come. Apart from this, what else? How is your preparation? What are you doing, Akshay? Nothing. Again, every day, half an hour mapping, half an hour themes, Government of India Act, Viceroys, Tribal Revolt, Peasant Revolt, Socio-Religious Reform Movements. Bejaradagella effects. Always, whenever you get bored or whenever you feel half an hour, keep it for only theme revision. Then Ventesh. UPSC bandi. People will get specs and they will either lose weight or gain weight. Once they start UPSC preparation. Anything else is in the news? Current affairs? Science and tech, any the news? Any emerging technologies? Artemis Accord is in the news. Yadu? Artemis 2. Nuclear technology is in India went and Kazakhstan, Canada, they have promised to give us uranium. What is that artificial sun? Tokamak, that was also there in the news. News andre don't think like this, 6 to 8 months news. Yadu? Vessels, Yen martaradu? Oh yeah, okay, fine, good. Aridman, yesterday one nuclear submarine was in the news. Yadu? Ardhaman, INS Ardhaman. Taragiri, what is Taragiri? Stealth frigate. That one line godiru sak. And then BrahMos, as usual, S400, same thing. Next class we will revise defense also. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೇನಿದೆ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಶಾಂತಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ, ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಕೇಳೋದು. ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ ಮೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. I was planning to revise something else also. I will try to bring some species in the news. In 1 hour, some important national parks and species in the news we will try to do. Any national park in the news? Lions. ಆಯ್ತು, ಪೇಪರ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಗೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. 2 months back paper will be set. Paper will reach Bangalore within 1 month. 1 month back only UPSC will send all question paper. Don't think that they will print it 2 days before the exam. Why? Because usually the police department will get a message when the papers are being sent saying that you have to provide security for all the papers. That will come exactly 1 month before the exam. So, and papers should be printed another 15 days to 1 month before the exam. Or ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ paper, ಇಲ್ಲಿ local police message ಬರುತ್ತೆ that you have to send security to transport the paper from place A to place B. So that means assume that paper is already printed 15 to 20 days before that. ಆ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? But from the same day only UPSC can ask a question, because something they have typed already might become headlines again. Okay, so don't think that any new current affairs will not be asked. Old things, national park, animals, all this will be asked. Read about that article 6 and 7 of Paris agreement. 6 ansatala. Last year it was asked, chances, because it is still in the news. So be ready with that. In a news alide. I will show you new lakes in India. Sports center, any important event has happened? Don't worry, alla hang baralla. Blind cricket world cup aita? India geddiyare. Simple. When was the first time that happened? What is the performance of India in Paralympics? Don't go for this chota mota Asia Cup. I've seen some people are making video on Asia Cup also, South Asian Cup. Yarge kelala UPSC. World Cup ashte. Olympics, World Cup, Paralympics, yes. Maybe. Adu bitre nenu kelala. Paralympics, which country got the highest place? Where was India? Where was it conducted? Adu World Paralympics agidre matra. Okay? Anything related to India chess ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದವ್ರು ಯಾರಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. What happened? Okay, that she won the world championship ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. Keep an eye on that, because 44th chess Olympiad was asked, 45th chess Olympiad also was asked. 44th because first time India conducted, 45th because our Gukesh won. Okay, IPL ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ. Let us start. Again, some countries will do. First, without seeing only, we will try to recollect how many countries do we remember. Military exercise. Modi awards are also there, no? Ibakal, Palau. ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅವರು. ಅಮೀರ್ ಅಮಾನುಲ್ಲಾ ಖಾನ್ ಗಾಜಿ, ಗಾಜಿ ಇಸ್ ಅಫ್ಘಾನಿಸ್ತಾನ್. MBZ ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್ ಬಿನ್ ಜಾಯೆದ್ UAE, ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್ ಬಿನ್ ಸಲ್ಮಾನ್ ಸೌದಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೌದಿ ಅರೇಬಿಯಾ ಯಾವ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು? ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್, ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ ಅಜೀಜ್. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೀ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಓಷನ್, Mauritius. Maldives, Izuiddin. Maldives, Muslim country, Izuiddin. Okay. Druk Gyalpo, Bhutan. Druk Gyalpo. Speaker of Knesset Award, Israel. Speaker of Knesset Award, Israel. Then Renaissance, Bahrain. Renaissance is Bahrain. St. Andrews is Russia. Kuwait, Kabir. Kuwait, Kabir. Good. Southern Cross, Brazil. Southern America, Brazil. Okay. Merit, USA. Merit. Cyprus, Makairos 3, CM3. Makairos 3. It's okay. Again, at least in UPSC you will be able to eliminate the option. Papua New Guinea, Logohu. Order of Logohu. Legion of Honor, what about Greece? Order. Okay, good. Freedom, Barbados. Freedom. Honor, ಅದ್ಯಾವುದೋ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಜಮೈಕಾ ಪಕ್ಕ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಹಾನರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಯಾವುದೋ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಗಯಾನ ಏನು? ಎಕ್ಸಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಸಾರಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಆನರ್, ಎಕ್ಸಲೆನ್ಸ್. Question is only wrong. Guyana is excellence. Namibia, Mira. Wild speech, Mira. ಯಾವುದು? ನೈಜೀರಿಯಾ, ನೈಜರ್. ಗುಡ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಿತ್ರ ವಿಭೂಷಣ, ಶ್ರೀಲಂಕಾ. ಮಿತ್ರ ವಿಭೂಷಣ, ಶ್ರೀಲಂಕಾ. By the way, these are civilian awards given to Modiji. Okay. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಮಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನ ಅವರು, ಅವ್ರೇನೋ ನಿಶಾನ್ ಅಂತೇನೋ ಇದೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಶಾನಿ Pakistan. Anyways, come back. Let us try to revise our military defense exercise. First, Bangladesh, Bongo Sagar, Sampriti. Okay, Bongo Sagar and Sampriti. Nepal, Surya Kiran. Nepal, Surya Kiran. Then Maldives, Idya, joint military exercise. XVII and Dosti, Ekata. XVII, Ekata, Dosti. Anyways, we'll do it here only. Thailand yadu? Maitri. Thailand is Maitri. Ayutthaya, good. Surya Kiran, India and Nepal. Bangladesh, Sampriti, Bongo Sagar. Both are enough. Sampriti and Bongo Sagar. Sri Lanka, Mitra Shakti, Slinex. Slinex is very easy. Sri Lanka, India. Simbex, Singapore. Simbex andre Singapore. Slinex andre Sri Lanka. Maldives, XVII, Ekata. XVII and Ekata. ಯಾವ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಇದು? Kazakhstan, Kaz Ind or Prabal Dostik. Kaz Ind or Prabal Dostik. ಇದು Uzbekistan, Dustalik. Uzbekistan, Dustalik. Kazakhstan ಏನು? Prabal Dostik. Prabal Dostik. Which country is this? Kyrgyzstan, Kanjar. Kyrgyzstan is Kanjar. Mongolia, nomadic elephant. Again, let us remember Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan easy. Uzbekistan, Dustalik. Kazakhstan, Prabal Dostik. Kyrgyzstan, Kanjar. Kyrgyzstan is Kanjar. E more confuse agate. Dustalik is Uzbekistan. Kazakhstan is Prabal Dostik. Kyrgyzstan is Kanjar. Kyrgyzstan is Kanjar. Mongolia, nomadic elephant. Singapore, Simbex, bold Kurukshetra, Agni warrior. Okay? Why? Because Simbex was the oldest. Repeat madi Singapore. Bold Kurukshetra, Simbex, Agni warrior. What about Ajaya warrior? United Kingdom. Ajaya warrior is UK. Indonesia, Garuda Shakti, Samudra Shakti. Idu Indo Carpet bidi beda. Repeat. Garuda Shakti, Samudra Shakti. Which country? Indonesia. Only Garuda? Only Shakti? Varuna also? France. Garuda, Shakti, Varuna, individual, France. Garuda Shakti, Indonesia. Samudra Shakti, Indonesia. Thailand, Maitri, Siam, Bharat and Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya, Maitri and Samudra, sorry, Siam, Bharat. Vietnam, Wimbax. Bidi Vietnam Kerala bidi. Nothing great. Malaysia, Harimau Shakti and Udara Shakti. Harimau Shakti and Udara Shakti. Samudra, Lakshmana. Wait, I think in the end there is, don't have the summary. Repeat madi matte. A Shakti ella repeat madi. Garuda Shakti matte Samudra Shakti, Indonesia. Harimau Shakti, Udara Shakti, Malaysia. Plain Garuda Shakti we know. Okay, good. Siam, Bharat, Thailand. Siam, Bharat and Maitri is Thailand. Madboda, Siam, Bharat is Thailand. Then Mitra Shakti, Sri Lanka. Mitra Shakti is Sri Lanka. XVII, Maldives. Ekata, Maldives. Singapore really. Simbex bada bidi. Yadu bold Kurukshetra and Agni warrior bold Kurukshetra. Ajaya warrior UK. Harimav Shakti, Udara Shakti and Samudra Lakshmana. Idella Thailand, Malaysia. Thailand ಹೇಳಿ ಅಯುತ್ತಾಯ ಸಿಎಂ ಭಾರತ್ ಮೈತ್ರಿ. ಅಯುತ್ತಾಯ ಸಿಎಂ ಭಾರತ್ ಮೈತ್ರಿ. Okay, let us conclude here. Okay, so next class again we will be doing some India places in use and some world, Russia, Ukraine, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, miscellaneous. And along with this ಇನ್ನೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Species in use, national park, I will try to do it. Our defense will revise. ಯಾವುದು? ವೆಟ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ವೆಟ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಡನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಸಿ ಯು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್.